Hi everyone, this is Deborah. Welcome to my channel. Just finished putting my face on for work. So let me give you another update about the night I got trapped in the store. When I went to work the next morning, I immediately went up to the person who hired me and I told her what had happened. She goes, "Oh, you're the one." I go, "Yeah." She says, "I am so sorry. We always check off names as you're exiting the building, and we didn't do that for you." But so the alarm had gone off, and of course the manager's notified. The manager notified her. She had to turn around and come back into work to turn it off. But I ask, I go, "How in the world did everybody get out of the building that fast when it really wasn't even time in my calculations to clock out yet?" Well, they're clocking out on their phone, so they can be edging towards the door. That's how they're bypassing. Because I'm thinking, okay, the minute that you're supposed to clock out, you gather your purse and you walk out. No, they're doing it a little bit beforehand. And stupid hearing aid is buzzing. Because I go, there's no way they could have beat me out. Well, it's because they are clocking out as they're walking out, if you see what I'm saying. But I felt so bad that she had to come back into work. But there's just so many doors. So, I've been wearing a lot of Band-Aids on my blisters. I'm out of Band-Aids now. And last night I was so tired, I just ripped off the Band-Aid because I know the blisters need to get air during the night. I ripped it off, and you want to guess what happened. It ripped off the whole top of the layer that was healing. I was in so much pain. I put some Neosporin and hydrogen peroxide, whatever I could to dull the pain. But I have to put another Band-Aid on today. But yeah, and the minute I ripped off that Band-Aid, blood was running everywhere. I mean, I ripped off the whole layers that had been trying to heal. So, I got in a little pickle. I was told one thing. I was told I could work all the registers, and there was no one working the makeup counters. Now, any of you who have been watching me for 15 years knows I know a little bit about makeup. I've used It Cosmetics, Bobbi Brown, and Estee Lauder and Clinique. Yeah, I know a thing or two about makeup. So nobody was working those counters, so I got in there, and I know he must have been 90 years old. He had a screenshot of 3 Clinique items. One of them was this one. As you see, I know the line, people. And I rounded them up, and then the lady that is supposed to be working the counter, she shows up in the middle of it, and she is starting to argue with me in front of the customer. I had already rounded up a couple products. I was putting in my cashier register name and all that stuff, and she goes, "You're not supposed to be here. You're in fragrance." And I said, "Ma'am, I was told this morning to work any counter that I wanted where we had customers." And I had worked that counter for almost an hour, maybe 2 hours before she even got there. And she said it again. "I'm supposed to ring this up. This is not your section." Again, I told her I was told I can work any register. And I realized that she was not going to let this go. And I just turned my focus on to the customer. The customer comes first. I don't care what area you're in, right? So I found out later she works on commission and that I took her commission away. Well, I had never been told that. How can I be responsible for things that I do not know? Okay. I'm hourly. So I said, fine. But I'll tell you one thing, you don't leave the customer standing around waiting for somebody. You approach the customer, and that's how I deal with it. But she was nowhere to be found, so I had no choice. And this gentleman was sweet enough to buy this for his wife. And I wasn't about to give this girl the satisfaction of arguing. I said, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to wait on the customer. And that's exactly what I said. Because I had already said it twice. She had said it 3 times. You're not supposed to be ringing up the customer. Well, then stay in your area. Okay. Don't wander away, because I'm going to get in there again. Yeah. So I was told later on that she is solely commission, so I will just let it go. But it just kind of, I couldn't believe you never argue between employees in front of a customer. You let that go at the moment, and then you can address it later. Okay. Oh my God. So I finally got a good lunch at Chick-fil-A, but I realized I ordered too much because I have been too tired to eat at night. And my son, I know he's worried about me. I just come home and I die. My laundry's piled up. All my chores are barely getting done. No, I just feed the cat. My son dumps the trash. What else can you? We're both exhausted. I mean, but I made it through yesterday. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it, but I prayed. I said, please give me the strength to deal with anything that comes my way. And I actually got $3 already, a $3 reward. They came up to me and handed me $3. I go, what's this for? She says, well, you did what, you were supposed to. I said, oh, okay. Well, let's see if we can do this again today. So thanks for listening, but I'm going to tell you what, you don't get 2 type A personalities on the floor. One of you is going to come out ahead. The other one will probably be terminated. Hell knows. I just know that I wait on the customers in a fast fashion. There's nothing worse than a customer holding a whole bunch of clothes and looking for a register and an employee. That's not good. The employee should have already approached that customer, you see.